Day one, Lions training camp, recapping what Dan Campbell had to say as the team gets its first workout underway here in Allen Park. Brad Galley coming to you here. And Dan Campbell told us at the podium what his message was to the team the night before day one of training camp. We don't live off of reputation, he told the team. We live off of work. Campbell told them there's a price to pay. They paid it last year, and they need to pay it again. He said he believes his team can take that next step and went back to a story he didn't necessarily say from his playing days or coaching days, alluded maybe to his playing days where his group brought back almost the entire same team. He said they had a 12-4 record, I believe it was, and the next year after going through, he said it was kind of some light practices, they kind of let their foot off the gas, they had a losing record. He said it's imperative for this team not to do that. He's learned the lessons from it. Says he's a better coach because of all the experience he's had here leading the Lions, and so that's the lessons that he's bringing in here. What can we tell you about the way this team's going to practice? 4 days without pads, the acclimation period. They have an off day on Sunday. Monday, next week, will be the first day with pads. Injury updates. He says DJ Reader is on schedule. They're going to play it slow with the new defensive tackle, but they are encouraged by his recovery from injury. They expected him not to be ready for the start of camp, but they expect him to be back on the timeline that they've laid out for him and for this group. Other injuries, he said, no real major concerns. We'll update you more on practice, what we can tell you once we get out there and see how everything is looking, who's running around and who necessarily is not. But Campbell, very encouraged, obviously, by what they were able to accomplish last season. He said there's no way they can take a step back if they keep their identity. He said it's imperative for this group not to lose its identity and to keep on working, because he says that's how they got here, taking steps each and every year, improving under this regime of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. And when somebody asked him, hey, how did you improve last year with all the eyes on this organization expected to take that step? You guys did it. How were you able to accomplish it? He said because they made additions, but also had guys here like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, some of the draft classes that took the baton and took ownership of this team, of this organization. And that's what Campbell said his message was to a lot of those guys. You're not young pups anymore, he told them. This is your team. We'll have coverage from training camp throughout the entire month of July, what's left of it, August, and throughout this team, hopefully, throughout all of February. We'll talk to you soon.